Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings and blood. Stay out the way, kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way, mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way, stand out the way, what you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime, you do the time, don't let it surprise you. Real stories from the heart, just to open your eyes up.
Yo, what's good, y'all? What's the word? What's going on? How everybody doing out there? Y'all already know what it is, man. We back again, man. And it's time for the weekend banger. It's time for the weekend banger, y'all. It's time for the weekend banger. And I got one. That's a lot. I keep one. I always got a banger. But like I always say before I start my videos, I have no problem delivering this content, making sure everybody that's working, that got a job, got something to watch while they're at work. I have no problem doing those things, man. I have no problem making sure I'm delivering this content, warning y'all about how dangerous prison is. I have no problem doing these things, y'all. I just need y'all to do one thing. Just stay out the way, man. And I want you to stay out the way because it's too hot to go to jail, man. Real talk, man. You trying to be in that jail for the summer, you tripping. But if you out here breaking the law, that's definitely where you're going to be at, in a hot jail with a bunch of hot, sweaty dudes. Pause. But that's where you're going to be at, man. I'm trying to save you right now, man, from having to go to jail in the summer and for the rest of your life. All you have to do is just stay out the way, man. Become a regular person, man. Become a person that don't mind living regular. Become a person that don't mind going through problems, working it out the legit way. Become a person that's not going to run to the streets for your answers when stuff goes wrong. Become that person, man. That's the person I want you to become, man. A person that's going to stay out the way, man, and not put his life and his family life at jeopardy, man. You put both parties at jeopardy when you're on the street, man. Just think about it, man. We got to start using our brains this year, man. We're going to stay out the way this summer, man, because we're not trying to go to jail, period, man. But with that being said, y'all, this is the weekend banger. Y'all definitely know what I need y'all to do with this one, right? Like, share, subscribe this one, y'all. Let's get it. Let's go. But it's time for business. It's time for business, y'all. And the story I got for y'all today is called Hustle Man. Yeah, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Like, prison has a lot of dudes in prison, man, that are smart, and they definitely know how to get money, man. They just went about it the wrong way by getting arrested doing crime on the street. But it's a lot of, prison is filled with a lot of dudes, y'all. I'm telling y'all, man, it's filled with a lot of dudes that are great hustlers. No matter what they hustle be in there. Y'all know when we in prison, we got to make hustles. We got to find hustles. We got to create hustles. That's what you got to do in prison, man. So if a person can really master that, man, there's no reason that a person can come out here and be successful by just putting his mind to something that he's going to chase like he did in prison. It's the same thing, man. Prison is filled with a lot of these dudes, y'all. I'm telling y'all. But with that being said, y'all, we're going to start this one off on Sussex 2 right here, y'all. We're going to start this one off on Sussex 2, man. And I can remember being in 2C, y'all, in the beginning, man. In the beginning, kind of like, yeah, probably like the beginning. And I was in a block, man, with a lot of people, man. But this particular one dude that used to be in the block, man, he used to stand out more than a lot of the others, man, because he was the one dude in the pod, man, that just used to always hustle. Now, when I met him, he was slightly older than me at the time. And when I got in the block, they was already calling him Hustle. Like, he was one of the dudes that came into 2C when we first got in 2C. So wherever camp he was coming from, people was already calling him Hustle, you know what I mean? So people just added on the man and started calling him Hustle Man as time went on because they saw what the young dude used to do for real. Now, he was older than me, but he was still considered like an older person. But me viewing him off the top, like when I seen him, you know what I mean? Like, he was one of those dudes that I seen, he was gambling. He was spending a lot of his time gambling. He was spending a lot of his time playing the parlay tickets. He was spending his time doing a lot of the things that I haven't reached levels to yet because I'm just new in prison. I'm still trying to figure everything out. Now, I know these are the curriculum activities that people usually do in prison to make their time go by. But at the same time, I'm still learning prison around this time. But I seen from him that he was already like kind of ahead of us with this right here. Like, he already knew how to be in a dice game full of a bunch of maniacs. He knew how to do this. He knew how to do that. He just was somebody that was just trying to get money by any means. Now, he wouldn't go off the ledge and do no crazy, unthinkable stuff to get the money, but gambling, playing the parlay, doing all that type of stuff, that's what he used to do. Now, this was when he was in 2C with me. Now, Hustle Man ended up leaving, I'll say probably about a year with being in the pod with me. You know what I mean? Now, for me knowing who he was in there, Hustle Man was a dude, like I say, he hustling. He trying to gamble, he trying to do this, he trying to do that. That's what he was doing in the pod. But when he was in the pod with me before he left, another thing he used to do, man. Hustle Man used to be down on those women. Like, he used to always be down on the women. Like, he was one of those dudes that I knew it was eventually that he'll probably catch. Like, the COs used to rock with him. Like, he wasn't a dude that, you know, that the COs hated. Like, you know, he wasn't a dude that cursed them out, gave them hard times. No, he was a dude that they were always, regardless if it was a male CO or a female CO, they would always stop and kick it with him. He'll kick it with him. I don't know what the conversation was to be about, but I knew for a fact he was trying to bag somebody. You know what I mean? That's what everybody was trying to do up there. So I knew for a fact it was a matter of time before Hustle got his chance. Like, it was just a matter of time. So he ended up moving out the block with me. He went to the hole for something. I can't remember what Hustle Man went to the hole for, but he went to the hole for something. But when Hustle Man went to the hole, he ended up going into one building. He ended up going to one building. He went to one building before. I told y'all one building did that drastic move when they moved everybody to one building that had their release date over 2025 back in the early 2000s. So they basically moved everybody over there that had a lot of time. So he didn't move over there at that particular time. I think they started doing that like the end of 05 or something like that. But he was over there. That's where he was at after he left out the pod with us. So I used to always see, bro. I used to always see him. You know what I mean? I would see him outside. I would see him in the medical. Like, I would always bump into him. Now, since Hustle was in one building, Hustle always be like, he had the access granted pass. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. He moved around how he moved around. If he wouldn't go outside and we was on the yard and he wanted to talk to a yard from the other side of the yard that came down to our side of the yard, two building and one building side to have rec, he would be out in the front of the building with the broom, like picking up trash. Like, he had one of those special assignment jobs. And again, he's always in the women's face. So like I say, I didn't know what he was doing when he was in one building, but I always used to kick it with him. So I can remember this one time they used to have little events at the gym and stuff, like little rap events. And so dudes would go to the gym. You can sign up for the gym and you can go see little rap events. So this back when dudes was rapping crazy heavy. So I would go there and watch dudes rap, you know what I mean? Hustle would go there from his building. It'll be like a selected few of people they would let go from each pod. But I was one of the ones that was able to go out of my pod. So I would see Hustle in there. So when I seen bro in there one time, you know what I mean? Like, he pull up on me one day, man. He was like, yo, look, man, let me know, somebody trying to get some weed, bro. He was like, look, man, I got a pound of that stuff in the pod. I was like, you got a pound? He was like, man, I got a whole pound, bro. I was like, I was about to ask him, like, why you get that? But I didn't. I was like, all right, what's the prices? You know what I mean? He told me the prices. You know what I mean? It's probably like 2 years later. You know what I mean? It's like 2 years later from when we was in 2C together. So he tell me the prices. So we get to kicking and he like, yeah, bro. He was like, man, for real, I finally got my foot in the door. You know what I mean? He was like, I finally got my foot in the door, man. He was like, man, this is my word. That's all I wanted was the opportunity to just, you know what I mean, help my family out, hustle, bro. That's all I do. I help my little sister and I help my little brother and my mama out. That's what I do, everything for them. So I'm going to hustle in here. I'm going to hustle everything I can in here, every chance I get. He was like, yeah, you think I'm still shooting dice and all that? That's over with, bro. I don't gamble no more or nothing, bro. He was like, I'm hustling this, bro. I'm hustling this weed. So I'm like, that's what's up, bro. You got a pound of that stuff, bro. You back. You know what I mean? Like, I'll spread the word and see if anybody is inquiring or anybody's looking for weight and stuff like that. And I'll get back to you. He was like, that's what's up. So I hollered at him, you know what I mean? Dip. I go back to the building, you know what I mean? I let a few dudes knew that Hustle in one building had the weed, you know what I mean? And he had a lot of it and he was letting go good prices. He was giving up 8 for 100, you know what I mean? Dudes was getting 6 for 100. And I think he used to get 3 for 50, 6 for 100. Yeah, so he was giving up 8 for 100. So he had a good deal of things going on, but like, I wasn't even mad at him. So like, the first week, I didn't really find nobody to buy nothing from him. You know what I mean? I didn't buy nothing from him. Like, it was a dude in our part that had some weed already. So I just bought a little bit for him. And I wasn't at a point in my life yet in prison that I can afford to buy major heavy amounts of weed. I wasn't there yet. So I didn't plug him with nobody in the beginning of the first time. So he came outside and seen me again the next day. When he seen me the next day, he was like, let dudes know I got 11 spoons for 100. So he went from doing 6 to 11. So I'm like, man, hustle giving this joint away. Like, you know what I mean? But it be times like that on Susses back in the beginning when it was dumb sweet that it'll be a few dudes who got to work. You know what I mean? And a lot of dudes, like, you might got to wait until that work be gone. Then you got to chill for a little bit longer because dudes might owe. It be all type of different things going on. So like, for to hear Hustle, you know what I mean, saying that he got 11 for 100 was like the talk of the pod. Everybody was talking, yeah, the dude Hustle in one building got the weed. He got 11 for 100. So now I'm seeing everybody get on the phone. Everybody getting on the phone. You know what I mean? Everybody trying to make it happen. Man, they go outside, man. Everybody bum rush hustle, man. Like 5-6 dudes bought that junk, man. Bought the 11 spoons for $100 because it was kind of like a good deal. It was like you was getting a free 4, kind of like, you know what I mean? So it was like a great deal for somebody. Like you can go half with your homeboy and y'all can make it happen and end up gapping 11 spoons, get 5 a piece, gap the last one. You know what I mean? Like it was a perfect hustling deal. So like when I see him do that, like, you know, I started taking notes, y'all. I ain't gonna lie, because like you can have drugs in penitentiary, you know what I mean? No doubt. But like you gotta know how to sell them. Like it's different from the street. You know, on the street, like if you got a good product, you're gonna lay low and then the money gonna come to you eventually. It's the same way in prison. But sometimes if you're not in the building with the person that got a certain different type of drug, like they might be able to sell their stuff over yours sometime. Like all the time, basically what I'm saying is like quality really don't matter sometimes. Sometimes dude go for quantity. You know what I mean? So like I seen Hustle like step his game up to 11 joints. You know what I mean? I'm like, man, that was crazy, but that's what he do. That's his name. You know what I mean? When I met him back in 2 years ago, like bro was already like doing what he doing. So I was happy to see that he was getting money like that. I was happy to see that he was winning. And I was definitely happy that he was giving out that deal to dudes in our pod, y'all. So boom. Now, Hustle been getting money for a little second, probably. Like I'll say it went on for like a year that he had the little weed connection, you know what I mean? But for the most part, he's been winning, you know what I mean, for a while. Now, I don't know what's been going on since he was in one building. I don't know what happened. Or I don't know a lot of stories that went on. But y'all do know when you're in prison, man, like, you know, when you get in the sack, when you get in the package or whatever you want to call it, like, you're going to have haters. You're going to have robbers. You're going to have dudes from your city that's going to be mad. It's all type of stuff that comes with hustling in penitentiary. So now, I don't know what Hustle went through, but I used to hear a few stories slightly. Not like he got robbed or nothing like that. But he did used to be dudes over there like mad, kind of like, that Hustle used to have those great deals. So Hustle, he went from that 11, he did that 11 spoon plate. When that happened that time, then he dropped it back down to 8. So he was basically giving up 2 extra spoons more than a lot of dudes give up when they hustling. So I ain't even gonna lie, like, you know, for the whole time that he was doing this, man, like he was jive smoking their boots over there. I ain't gonna lie, man, like he was winning. So I had a homeboy that was in one building. You know what I mean? I had a homeboy that I used to rock with that was in one building. And he started letting me know, you know what I mean? He started letting me know that like, yo, look, yo, bro, that's word, man. Like the dude Hustle, man. He was like, man, they hating on him so hard over here, bro. He said the police done ran down on him like 3 times. You know what I mean? Found nothing. And I forgot to leave out, Hustle doesn't have any habits either. His only habit was hustling. He only wanted to hustle. Like he gambled, if you want to call that a habit, but he called that hustling. You know what I mean? He didn't go in there just for time. I'm gonna burn some time. Now Hustle was going down there to try to win majority of the time. So like he kind of like was like a real deal hustler. I ain't even gonna lie. So the dude like, yo, dudes is super duper hating on him, man. You know what I mean? They saying he over here like dropping the prices and giving dudes this, messing the game up and this and that. He got the bride, The story's getting out. So I didn't know what happened after that. My man just was giving me the info on what was going on in their building and their pod. So I kind of figured that though, because Bro Jive was in the game for like I told y'all, almost about a year. He's been getting money almost a year. He had a nice run. So it'd be like that. When you had those nice runs, they always come to an end. So I don't know what was going on over in one building, man. All I know is, man, one day we was on the yard. I looked up. They was taking Hustle to jail. And we was out on the yard. They had to walk him like, we was on the big yard, so he's walking down the fence going to 3 building to the hole, and he handcuffed. And he walking with his handcuffs, and dudes is on the fence where I'm like right there. I see him like, you know what I mean? I'm like, as he walking to the hole, I see him like, damn, bro, what's up? You good? He was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, what, you was fighting? He just looked at me and was like, shh, and then shook his head, and they took him. I look up, they bringing 2 other dudes out, you know what I mean? That's in one building. They handcuffed, they taking them to the hole. So nobody knew what happened. Nobody knew what went on. Nobody knew what the situation was. But at the end of the day, I was thinking that somebody was fighting because the way they brought him out. Now, I didn't see no scars or scratches or blood or anything like that. Signs of really somebody was really getting physical with each other. Pause. But that's what I was thinking. I was thinking they was fighting, y'all. That's the only thing I could think of. But it come to find out that they wasn't fighting, man. It came to find out that the 2 dudes, they said Hustle slept in cell 3, which is cell 3 is right by the booth. 1 and 2 and 3, those are kind of like right by the booth. 1, 2, 3, 23, 24, and 25, those are the cells from the bottom to the top that's close to the booth where the COs be at. So they said dudes went up in there from another whole pod and went in his cell and tried to rob him. They said Hustle buck You know what I mean? They said they was fighting, you know what I mean? But they said they ain't really do nothing to Hustle. But they said what saved Hustle is that the lady in the booth saw them come in the cell. So when the lady in the booth seen them come in the cell, I guess she alerted the COs. The COs ran down on the fight. Dudes 229 and over there, all type of stuff was going on. So even though they came in Hustle's cell, tried to rob him, beat him up, they still locked Hustle up. So that jump was weird. So Hustle go to the hole. You know what I mean? He go to the hole. So he didn't stay back in the hole long because he got out and he went to 4 building. I'm not in 4 building at this time, but he got out and went to 4 building. So when he got out and went to 4 building, you know what I mean? Like he was kind of like in a mode. Like when I saw him, like when I got a chance to talk to him after all that went down, you know what I mean? Like his whole mode had kind of changed of who he was, which was weird because I knew everything he used to do, all the hustling he used to do used to be for his peoples on the street. And I know a lot of dudes like that do all the hustling in penitentiary for their peoples on the street. And maybe if you got a family to take care of, you getting money, I think it's supposed to be like that. But Hustle was a real dude when it came to that, man. He really looked out for his family. But after seeing him after that incident, man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like I seen him, y'all, like again, like we went to the gym. You know what I mean? I see him in the gym. This is when me and him used to usually have our good conversations at. But when I seen him in the gym, he was just like, you know what I mean? I seen him and I'm like he already knew I was about to ask him, yo, bro, what happened when you know what I mean? Because he wasn't in the hole long, probably about a week. You know what I mean? He wasn't in the hole long at all. Because really, he didn't do nothing. So when I seen him, I'm like, yo, bro, what happened in there, bro? You good? He was like, man, He was like, man, I can't believe those dudes try to rob me now. I'm not gonna say what Hustle is from, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep that confidential, man, because I don't know what Hustle got going on. But at the end of the day, man, Hustle was like, yo, man, like, yo, dudes was hating on me, man, from my own city. You know what I mean? From my own city. He was like, those dudes, they from my own city. I was like, for real, bro? He was like, yeah. He was like, bro, I'm in the cell, bro. He said, I'm in that junk, bro, watching TV, bro. He said, I ain't even go out for rep. He said, the door popped. I ain't even asked to get my door popped. He said, my door opened up. He said, I look up, it's 2 dudes coming in my cell. You know what I mean? He said, one of them had a knife, but he said, dude would like, give it up. You know what I mean? He said, I told the dude, swing that junk. I was like, what? He was like, man, I told the dude, swing that junk. I said, bro, you tripping. I said, what happened? He said, dude, swing the junk, but he missed me. He said, I started fighting the dude. He said, I got his arm. He said, the whole time holding his arm, his homeboy hit me in the back of my head. He showed me the back of his head. Now, when he walked by, I didn't even notice he had a big lump of back of his head. So because he said, that's the only place the other dude can hit him at. He said, because he got the dude arm. And he's like he's holding dude arm. If he let dude arm go, he said he knew he probably would have died in the cell that day. So he said he got dude arm, trying to hold his arm off. They in the cell fighting for the knife. He said the dude homeboy was just punching him on the back of his head. He said, man, when he heard the police, man, and the police noise, and he heard the police come in, man, he said he thanked God when he got on his knees and thanked God when he went to the hole. But at the end of the day, like the whole conversation with him, man, he felt like the vibe I got from him was like, that really hurt him right there. Like, you know what I mean? So this is my word. That man was like, yo, he was like, man, you know what? I watched this man get money for a whole year. This is all he wanted to do. All he wanted to grind. That's all he ever wanted was to get money. You know what I mean? Like, he'll tell you. So like, when that happened, that man was like, yo, that man told me straight up. He was like, man, I'm done, Weezy, man. I'm done with that. I'm done with that shit, bro. I ain't hustling no drugs no more, y'all. So boom! He made his decision. That man said he was done with drugs. And I ain't mad at him because a lot come with that shit. A lot come with that shit, man. But I'm telling you, when hustling is in your blood, it's hard to get that away from you. Regardless if you're going to stop selling drugs to hustle, but you're going to hustle at the end of the day. Man, it's my word. I'll say probably about 3 months later, I got the word that Hustle got transferred. I never knew where he went at, but he was gone, y'all. He was out of Sussex. So a little time went on, man. I did my time on Sussex. I finally was able to get transferred. 2009 came around. I was on my way to Lawrenceville. I get to Lawrenceville. Y'all know the story after I get to Lawrenceville. After I get to Lawrenceville, I go from Gangland to San Francisco. From San Francisco, I finally make it to 30 building. So now when I finally make it to 30 building, I'm over there where I want to be. I'm in the block where I want to be. Now, we wind the tape back when I first got on the compound on Lawrenceville, when I was in 40 building in Gangland, I actually seen Hustle. Hustle was on Lawrenceville. You know what I mean? So it was all right seeing him because I haven't seen this man in years. I haven't seen him probably like 3-4 years. So when I seen him, it was like, damn, it was cool seeing him. You know what I mean? So he hollered at me as soon as I got on the compound. You know what I mean? Like, he was one of those dudes that talked to me through the window. I told y'all when we first get there, he was one of the dudes I talked to. I knew him. You know what I mean? So he told me where it was. You know what I mean? He told me he was in 30 building. I said, bro, that's what I'm trying to get to. So it took me a little second to get to 30 building. So when I finally get to 30 building, he's in the pod that I come in. You know what I mean? So I come in the block, y'all. This is my word. I come in the block, man. Like, I can tell that Hustle kind of had like slight little power. Not power, but like dudes rock with him in a way like they'll probably protect him, like, you know what I mean? But Hustle wasn't a dude that I would say that was like soft either, man. Hustle was probably like my height, skinny, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't really have no muscles and nothing like that. I never really seen Hustle working out, but I don't know how his protection, trying to protect himself skills was. He saved himself from getting killed as Susses too. So, you know what I mean? I don't know how it is on Lawrenceville as far as how dudes be robbing. I know it's wild when I was in gangland, stuff in 60 building, but I never knew what Hustle had going on in 30 building until I came in the block. So when I came in the block, I'm seeing all these dudes rock with him. You know what I mean? I'm seeing it. Like, everybody rock with him. And come to find out, after I hollered at him, he told me to come in his cell. Man, this is my word, y'all. I walked in this man's cell, man. I walked in Hustle's cell. Man, Hustle's cell, man. First of all, when you crack his door open in the air condition or the heat, it don't matter what's blowing in his cell. The first thing that you smell, man, that don't smell like the cake where they make the cakes at in the grocery store. Y'all know that smell? Like when you walk back there to get a cake made, man, that man's cell smelled like Hostess cakes. It smelled just like some cakes. Like, pause. Like, that's what it smelled like. So he let me in the cell. I come in the cell. Boom. I come in the cell. I go holler at him. You know what I mean? I smell a John. I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, bro. I was like, damn. So, like, what you doing over here, bro? Now I get a chance to talk to you. Like, what's going on? Like, I know you got to play, man. Don't be wilding, man. I know you got to play, Hustle, man. What's going on, man? Put me in the car. What's good? He was like, nah. He was like, bro, listen, yeah, I'm full up. He was like, I'm full up. You need some food. You need some tobacco. I can probably get that for you, but bro, I ain't touching no drugs, bro. So I'm like, so what you doing on this junk? He was like, what I'm doing? That man went on this bed. That's how he was pulling the boxes out. There's 4 of them. You know you only get 2 a piece, 2 for you and 2 for your celly. This man, 4 boxes. He just started opening them junk. I promise y'all, as he opened those boxes up, the first box had honey buns up to the top, all the way to the top. The second box had icy whites all the way to the top. The icy white honey buns with the icing on the top. The third box had cinnamon rolls, the little jelly cakes, the little crumb cakes, man, everything, man. That man had every dessert you can think of. He pulled out the other box, the 4th box, all sausages, tuna fish, cheese blocks. Man, listen, man, that man was dumb loaded. Now I seen dudes loaded, but this was boxes stacked to the top. These were boxes stacked to the top. So I'm like, damn, bro, give me 100 bun. He was like, all right, shit, you good? I was like, yeah, bro. You like, man, you get whatever you want. You need it, bro. He was like, man, for real, bro. Like, I started store boxing. He was like, bro, I got here in 2007. I was like, oh, you been here since 2007? He was like, yeah. He was like, bro, I got here, bro. It's laid back. He said, dudes really don't be hating like that, like on Susses. He was like, man, but for real though, Weezy, man, he was like, you know, I gotta hustle, bro. Like, I gotta hustle, man. Like, I gotta hustle. I gotta do something. You know what I mean? I gotta be able to make $1 to be able to, you know what I mean, send back to my mom and them, bro. Like, you know, this is what I be doing. I was like, yeah, but I remember you had told me you got out the game, bro, on Susses, man. I was like, man, I don't blame you, bro. Like, some people from your own town try to rob you, bro. Like, I was like, that's wild right there. So, like, I felt you by not wanting to hustle no more. Like, I felt your pain on that, bro. Like, you ain't gotta explain that to me. But I'm like, damn, so you just store box and stuff now? He was like, that's what I do. He was like, I store box and I sell food. You know what I mean? He was like, I'll sell dudes $100 bag of food for $60. You know what I mean? He was like, I'll give out deals like that. He was like, you got $25. He was like, I'll give you $15 worth of food. You know what I mean? $18 worth of food. He was like, I work with everybody. He said, man, since I've been doing that, Weezy, man, like, my karma been good. Like, as usual, bro, there's always haters from my town. I'm like, damn, bro, like, niggas hating on you again. He like, yeah, bro, you know what I do, bro. Like, niggas be mad because I stay clean. You know what I mean? My box is scrapped. He was like, bro, I got shit in other niggas' cells. He was like, my homeboy, he sleep right there. Now, Hustle slept in cell 26. Like, I'll say that was like 206 on the other side. He slept like on the other side of the tier from me on the top tier. He was like in 206. He pointing as we talking. I'm looking out his door. He pointing across the tier to his man. Say, he like, yo, my man over there, he got a whole bunch of, man. He was like, man, him and his roommate got stuff for me, man. He was like, and I got stuff over here. He was like, bro, listen, I'm dumb loaded, bro. I'm like, man, that's crazy. You got all this shit. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, this is a lot of commissary, bro. He like, that's why I be selling it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, man, that's what's up, man. He was like, yeah, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I be having so much stuff. Like, sometimes I gotta filter it out. He was like, cause the honey buns will get expired. So, like, what I'll do is sometimes, bro, like, if it get close to commissary, I'll give out everything 1 for 1. So I'm like, 1 for 1. I never heard of 1 for 1. Y'all know store box is 2 for 1, 2 for 3, 4 for 6, 4 for 8. Like, that's what a store box is. It's double or close to double. That's what a store box is. I'm like, bro, 1 for 1. He was like, yeah, that's just if I can make sure I'm getting all fresh honey buns and stuff like that. So he was like, that box I showed you right there, those honey buns probably got like another 2 weeks or so right before commissary. I'm gonna filter them back out. I'm gonna do 1 for 1s with dudes all over the compound. Then I just get all fresh honey buns. I'm like, damn, bro. Got a honey bun down to a science, my nigga. God damn, bro. You a beast with this shit? He was like, yeah, bro, you got to, bro. He was like, because this shit expire. But he was like, bro, long story short, bro, I'm getting to the bag with this shit, man. I was like, bro, that's what's up, bro. I'm happy to see you up here doing good, my nigga. So, boom. Goddamn, witnessing hustle. Hustle had it, you know what I mean? Everywhere. Man, I'm talking about any time of the day. Hey, hustle. Hey, hustle. Yo. Such and such wants you at the door. You got the whole building, the whole 30 building. You hear me? From dudes from the Honor Pod, dudes from 31. Everybody's coming to this man to get store box stuff. You know what I mean? He ran a good business, man. Like, I ain't even gonna lie. He had rock with me. You know what I mean? But like, when I used to go to his cell and get stuff, he went in 2 for 1 me. He would 1 for 1 me because I wouldn't even come like that anyway. Like, I'll go to him like if we try to make an exotic meal and we ain't got these particular items. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go get 2 block cheeses from Hustle Man. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. He'll rock with me like that. Simple. It won't be nothing. Man, that's my word. I used to go get the stuff from him, man. Every time I would get stuff, he definitely putting you on paper. But when he used to whip that paper out, man, that paper used to look like a college football play. That joint like a college football play. Boy, that man had dots and circles and that man like he was drawing plays up with John Madden. You hear me? That man had dots, circles. Man, that notebook paper used to look so ugly. It just used to be one paper. You never seen him with like a bunch of paper. So he would write small enough to be able for him to understand. But everybody's name used to be on that paper, man. Everybody damn name, y'all. So boom. Hustle getting to this bag. I'm watching them. I'm watching dudes come from other buildings. Yo, see if he got $80 worth of food, bro. I got $60 green dot. Dudes doing that. Dudes buying it all over the place. He getting to the money. This is what he do. This is what this man do, man. Like, I watched the man retire from the drug game in penitentiary and took it to the cookies and cakes. And he's winning on cookies and cakes, y'all. This man winning on cookies and cakes off this bitch, man. He's snapping out in the pod, man. I'm talking about this man got so much shit. He got so much shit, man. This man would do shit like this. This man was throwing goddamn, this man was making raffles. He was having raffles in the damn pod. Like, he'll tell dudes, you pay $1. You put your everything cost with him. It's never free, but like it made sense to do what he was doing. This man would tell you pay $1 in food. You pay $1 in food, he'll put your name in a hat. Your name goes in the hat. If you win, whatever's in the hat, if he pull your name from out the hat, you win $40 worth of stuff. Now, it might not be all food, but it'll be hygiene, stamps, and a little bit of food. But he would do that just to show love in the pod. And he was doing this like every Friday. He was doing this like every Friday. Like, he was taking the store-bought shit to a whole new level. He was taking it to a whole new level. This man was the first man that I witnessed to have a cell phone and wasn't trying to get no money as far as with drugs and stuff. He had a cell phone to conduct his business when people used to buy the food. I find this out, man. I go to this cell one day, man. Like I told y'all to grab something real fast, man. He behind the cut, so I come to the door kind of fast. So I'm like, yo, hustle, hustle, hustle. I look for hustle. He like, yo, he behind the cut. Everybody always be behind the cut. He come behind the cut. I come in the job. I'm like, what you doing, bro? He was like, I got a job. I'm like, bro, I been knew you had a job, bro. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, let me get this. You know what I mean? He like, He like, yeah, bro. Like, I just take care of business with it, though. He's like, I'm about to put it back up. What, you gotta use it? I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. You good, you good. You know what I mean? Bro was super cool. Bro got a jacket and everything, man. So like, in the midst of him getting this money, man, having all these cookies and cakes, having all this stuff, man, like, it was wild because one day he pulled up on me. He was like, yo, look. He was like, Weezy, let me holler at you. I'm like, what's up? He was like, look, man. He was like, man, I got stuff everywhere, bro, man. He was like, man, I'm running out of space. He was like, bro, look, I need you to hold something for me, bro. I was like, hold what? He was like, man, just, you know, if I need it, I'll come get it. You know what I mean? I was like, what, bro? He was like, man, come in the cell. I go in the cell, y'all. This man go under his bed. He had his cut, like, when you get to the bottom bunk of the bed, it's 2 lockers. People use those lockers, but they don't really have no locks on them like that. But it's like, you can lift them up. Like, they real lockers, like school lockers. Not school lockers, the sideways jumps, but like little square ones. But they at the bottom of your bed. There's supposed to be one for you and one for your roommate. People put stuff in there too. But he, at the end of the bed, is like an opening that you can see under the bed. So he covered that, he'll have that covered because dudes will have their paperwork or food, whatever back there. So he moved the sheet. That man went under the bed and was like, man, that man pulled a big, man, that man, the bag was this goddamn big. He pulled it out, he was like, hey, look, I already counted the junk, bro. It's goddamn 288 items, man, all food items. I'm like, all food items? He's like, yeah, they number sausages, tuna fishes, motherfucking pepperonis. Like, it was all that dumbass. Like, he had every meat product in the... This man have more meat product than Food Line. You hear me? This man had all type of shit, man. I'm like, I'm looking at the bag like, bro, what do you want me to walk this all the way around the tent with this big ass bag? He was like, here, grab a jacket. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I had a lot of shit, but not a lot of shit like him. So, like, this right here went and looked like, you know what I mean, suspicious. So, I see what he was doing, and he had Jai rock with me and trust me and stuff. So, I take the bag to the sale. You know what I mean? I take the bag to the sale. I ain't paying no mind, just put it right under my bed, kept it in the cut. Every blue moon, he would come by, stop, hey, Weezy, look at him, all right. You know what I mean? Every now and then, he'd pull up on Weezy, you need something out of that joint? You need something, anything? I'm like, nah, I'm good, bro. You need something, bro, just get it and let me know. I'm like, all right, that's a bet. You know what I mean? He was like, ain't no charge. I'm like, all right, that's cool. So Hustle, man, was, for the most part, man, like, he played fair with everybody. So that's why I told y'all when I walked in the pod, I noticed how everybody was gravitating to him because, like, he made sure the pod ate. Like, Lawrenceville had their days with bad food and stuff, man. You got to eat out your box, man. Hustle a goddamn, just pick a random dude in there that don't really be making food and be like, you know, bro, you trying to make a meal? Here, you cook the joint. I'm going to give you all the stuff. Here, you'll see Hustle in the cell. That joint be coming out of the cell, be throwing it downstairs to the dude. Dude be catching everything in the chest. That joint be like, 5 soups, 2 tuna fishes, 2 sausages. Hustle got every goddamn thing. So I'm just watching this man win. That's why I'm giving y'all this whole layout about how this man's situation was, because he was a damn winner. He was a real deal hustler. In my eyes, this man was hustling. He was sending money back from the streets, and he was making kind of more money than a lot of dudes was making off the packing there, y'all. So boom! Y'all already know, man. Goddamn, Hustle been put the bug in my ear. There's some dudes around his way that be hating. Now, I end up finding, he never told me who these dudes was, but I end up finding out who these dudes was, man. Just say we're gonna call this dude, we're gonna call these dudes M and J. Now, M and J is from the same city that Hustle is from. And M and J are dudes that's in the other pod that kind of, they rock with him because Hustle look out for them too. Like, you have dudes that get the package. Like, I'm letting you know now because it happened to me a few times. Dudes will get the package, but like sometimes you still might not have all the food that you might need. You'll have food probably, but you ain't got all the exclusive food. So they will come to Hustle as well. And being from Hustle, they was from Hustle City. Hustle will play fair with them. But I didn't know that they were the dudes that was hating on them. Now, my man in 31 pod, he the one that told me that they used to be the ones hating on Hustle. So when I go with my man pod one day, I shoot over in 229 over in 31 pod. My man tell me like, yo, look. He was like, goddamn, the dude in your pod, the nigga Hustle. He was like, yeah. He was like, man, say word. The nigga say they about to goddamn take that nigga to the rack, bro. I'm like, what you mean take him to the rack? He's like, bro, they about to take that nigga to the rack, bro. They about to trick him, bro. Like, I'm like, what you mean? He was like, you can't say nothing to a Weezy, man. I'm like, yeah, but I fuck with bro though, bro. Like, he was like, yeah, but that's the shit between they city and shit though. He was like, I ain't even supposed to tell you. He was like, the only reason the nigga tell me, he said, because the nigga be coming to Stowbox for me, talking me to death. Now, my man used to Stowbox too. Maybe not at a degree of Hustle, man, but in 31 pod, he used to Stowbox in his pod. So he like, the only reason he know this is because, you know what I mean? So I'm like, I felt like I was in a tough situation right there. Like, because I'm holding the man, I'm looking out, I'm holding all the shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn, like, this stupid as a bitch. So I'm like, damn, bro, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, that's a tough one. I said, you think if I do tell them, they'll know you told me? He was like, bro, I just don't want my name in the junk, bro, because, like, you know, I don't know who else he told that to, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right now, they know you 229 in my part, in my sale. I know they know you over here. So, like, you know what I mean? He was like, bro, I wouldn't do it, bro. He was like, for real, I shouldn't have told you. I was like, nah, you good, bro. Like, what's between me and you is what's between me. And he was like, yeah, but I mean, I know you rock with dude, you know what I mean? But, like, I was like, bro, listen, bro. Like, I rock with him. Like, we not, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he gonna help me if a nigga jump on me. Like, I don't know if it's like that, but he cool, though. Like, you know what I mean? He was like, Weezy, man, please, man, don't say nothing, man. I'm like, bro, all right, bro, I ain't gonna say nothing. He was like, but look, they said they gonna goddamn buy like $600 worth of food from the nigga. You know what I mean? He was like, goddamn, they gonna give him some fake numbers and shit. He was like, man, they like, yo, dude, he over there with all that shit. You know what I mean? He was like, goddamn, they trying to go to him and get a loan to make a play, because not only does Hustle be having food, he'll have money on deck too for making from the food. So he could do like big stuff. Like I done seen him dudes go to him, like go to Hustle, like, yo, Hustle, man, look, I need to hold $500 to people get their money at the end of the week because I'm trying to get this phone. Hustle will look out for everybody so much, he'll help dudes get the damn phone. This man was a winner in the damn party, you hear me, man? Like he was doing all the right things. But there's always gonna be people that hate. So my man put that bug in my ear, like it's bothered me the whole day after I left his cell, because like I feel like I don't want to get hustled to get bucked on, but I know a lot come with this shit right here, y'all. Like, and sometimes information, like vital information, like sometimes you might can't let a person know, like, you know what I mean? I know I'm supposed to let them know, you know what I mean? But at the same time, like this wasn't about violence. Now they was saying, he told me like, yo, they about to come stab the man up. Then yeah, I definitely would have broke off my man word and went and warned Hustle. But like, this is just all about business. Now, if Hustle's dumb enough to sell $600 worth of food, this isn't great business, Hustle. You're not a hustling nigga by letting a play like that go. Only way I would do that if dudes pay me up front. That's the only way. I'm not letting it go first, no matter what. But what they had on their side was the dudes from Hustle Town, the dudes, his homeboys that's hating on him. You know what I mean? They feeling like, goddamn, he gonna let them get it because they from the same city, y'all, which is sinister. I ain't even gonna lie, it's sinister, y'all, but this is what's about to happen, y'all. So boom, goddamn. After, you know, I contemplated, you know what I mean? I gave my man his word. I definitely don't want to put my main man in a situation, you know what I mean? Because he got shit going on over there. So like, I really wish he wouldn't have told me, you know what I mean? I really wish he wouldn't have told me, bro. Like, but he went on and told me. So I'm stuck with the info, not being able to tell, bro, you know what I mean? But at the same time, hustling there doing his same little business, you know what I mean? He's doing his little business and shit. Goddamn. So I see one of the dudes come 229 over there after lunch, not both of them. So he in the pod talking to Hustle. You know what I mean? He talking to Hustle. Then he going to sell with Hustle. You know what I mean? So I think Hustle put him on the phone. That's what I think he did. That's what I'm guessing he did. Because he was in there, they put it cut up. So he probably was using the phone. He leave out the cell, he dip out when they call outside rep. You know what I mean? Hustle come downstairs, regular activity. I ain't even really trying to go around him because I'm feeling like, damn, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I know about the banana in the tailpipe, pause, and I can't even, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what y'all want me to do, y'all? Like, I tell y'all my real situations, man. Like, I let y'all judge me and everything on them because I know I'm not perfect, but these will be real situations that be going on, man. So, like, that shit was bothering me, man. It was bothering me knowing that I couldn't tell, bro, man. But I had to mind my damn business on this one. I ain't even gonna lie. So, the dude, you know what I mean? He dipped. I see the other nigga a little bit later on come to the door. He talking to Hustle. Man, this is my word, y'all. Probably about 20 minutes later, I look up. I see goddamn Hustle at the door. Hustle goddamn is standing at the door. You know what I mean? Goddamn, he's standing there and shit, just looking around and shit. Goddamn, next thing you know, you just see dudes coming down the steps. That shit was like a locomotive. Like, I guess he was peeping the scene to see if some COs was looking. Then I looked again, I seen this man stand out in the hallway, the dude from his city that be hating on him. Man, that's my word. You see dudes coming down the steps like this. Like 5 niggas had bags. I'm talking big bags. Niggas coming down the steps. They all get by the door. They ain't by the party. Like, niggas got, everybody got a big ass bag. 5 niggas got a big ass bag. God damn it. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm saying in my head, he's really about to make this goddamn play? Like, what the hell is wrong with Hustle? Like, everything. It took everything for me to be like, yo, bro, don't do this shit. But I couldn't put my man in this shit. You know what I mean? I couldn't. So he opened the door. The door opened. They get the lady open the door. Next thing you know, Hustle was like, yeah, that's 600. Yeah, that's 600. Yeah, I talked to you. Yeah, your girl said she gonna, at the count, she said she gonna send me the money. Yeah, all right, good business. You know, with that Johnny Dan and everything, good business. And pimped off, he went back up the steps proud. I said, damn, y'all, what the fuck? So boom! Now the whole time Hustle has been on Lawrenceville. I left this out, pardon me, y'all, but the whole time Hustle has been on Lawrenceville, I think because of how that shit went down the cell with him, them dudes that made him retire, that tried to rob him from his city. You know what I mean? I think that kind of put him in like super defense mode to kind of like get better at protecting himself. So he wouldn't work out like that in the pod. But what he would do is do the boxing drill jump with the dude in the pod. It was this old dude in the pod that knew how to box real good. All he used to do was shadow box. So the whole time in the pod, a lot of times, Hustle would be over there training with the dude. And for real, I started noticing like Hustle got good with that shit. Like he wasn't over there looking bootleg. Like he was over there looking like he really knew how to damn box. Now, don't let that boxing shit fool you all the time, because I have seen a dude know how to box get his ass whooped before. But at the same time, though, like dudes that be knowing how to box, majority of them be great fighters when it comes to fighting, period. So, like, even though that could have helped Hustle really get dudes off his ass, like at the same time, though, like I can't tell. That boxing shit really don't matter because these dudes from his city still trying their damn hand. So I'm like, damn, man, I ain't even gonna lie, man. Hustle, he go outside. They call outside rec. He go outside. He go out there and do his boxing shit. You know what I mean? He out there doing his boxing shit. He come back in. You know what I mean? Goddamn, we locked down for count. Next thing you know, when we come out for count, Hustle goddamn at the front door. When I come out the cell, I look, he's already standing at the damn front door. He at the front door like this. He trying to get the nigga in that part of attention and get somebody. Him. Yeah. Then I guess dude ain't seeing. They got, sometimes you can scream through the crack. They can hear you through they crack and they can scream back, or we can scream. He like, call C. Yeah. He turned around and looked at me. As soon as he turned around, he looked right at me, right at my damn eyeball. Because he was at the door and I'm coming down the steps looking at how he doing. He like, and he looked right at me. I was like, oh shit. I come down the steps. I ain't say shit, I went this way. Fuck that. I'm sorry, I went that way. God damn it. He got that, went back to the door. He was like, hey, look, I need to go on the silent port right quick, Miss Such Such. I guess she was like, nah, this ain't the time. He was like, man, please, man, I'm gonna be right back. I promise. She was like, all right, hurry up. Door open, he slid out. She closed it right back. And they out the hallway. He out there for a minute. Next thing you know, it's getting loud as a bitch now. It's loud as hell. Man, I ain't trying to hear that motherfucking shit. Y'all niggas larceny as hell, man. Fuck that shit, man. Y'all better get my motherfucking money, man. Old larceny ass niggas, man. Nigga like, I can't hear what the dude's saying, but everybody in the pod can hear this nigga out in the hallway yelling. So I guess the CO heard him. She said, get back in the pod. He come back in the pod. He was like, man, fuck this shit. Fuck this shit, man. This shit crazy, man. He was like, man, larceny motherfuckers. I'm trying to stay away from him. I don't want to talk. I don't want him to tell me about this. I don't want to do nothing, y'all, because I'm feeling fucked up about it. He like, man, fuck that shit, man. He was like, man, fuck that shit, man. Man, fuck, niggas always want a nigga to, man, fuck, man. Goddamn, he talking to an old head. He be talking to the nigga that be helping him box. Old head standing over there like, man, shit, man. One of y'all start a fight. Goddamn it, that's your fault. That's your fault. Nobody told you give him all that shit. He was like, man, but they from my hood. They from my hood, man. These niggas larceny as a bitch. Old head was like, man. So I'm standing like kind of close to the shit. You know what I mean? He just talking loud because he mad. You know what I mean? Old head was like, nigga, handle that business then. He be like, man, them niggas gonna get that motherfucking money. Them niggas gonna get that motherfucking money. I was like, damn, man. Like, what I didn't want to happen is happening right before my eyes, y'all. So boom, he mad as a motherfucker. Goddamn, this word, goddamn, he can't see these niggas until tomorrow. Man, we go to breakfast the next day. He see these niggas, man, they get to arguing in the child hall. They come out the child hall, they still arguing. Ain't nobody fight yet. He told him, yo, man, your motherfucking girl ain't answering the phone. Dude, like, yo, I've been calling her the whole morning. She ain't answering for me. What you want me to do? Hustle was like, give me back my motherfucking shit. Dude was like, that shit was like a goddamn standoff when he said that. He was like, oh, no, that's me right there. That's me right there. Then his homeboy walked up. He was like, nah, we keeping that. Yeah, we keeping that. He was like, you keeping that? So what about my fucking money? Hustle was like, well, what about my money then? He was like, yo, we keeping that shit. Hustle was like, all right. Hustle dip. It's my word, goddamn. Hustle go back, start talking to the old head. I'm like, damn, man, he talking to the old head. I'm feeling fucked up. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, damn, man. I'm like, yo, man, this shit crazy. I'm like, damn, I want to say something to this nigga, man. It's so fucking bad. I'm like, damn, man, shit crazy. But like, that's what prison is, man. Prison puts you on fucked up spots. I didn't ask to be in this spot. This shit just landed in my lap. You know what I mean? Like, if I would have warned him, I know for a fact maybe they would have pulled up on my man. It would have been some bullshit because the truth would have had to come out. Who told you that? Who the fuck said that I was going? The truth would have came out. And me and my niggas, we ain't the type to be in the middle of shit. I'm not the type to be in the middle of shit. So I had to really protect my man. As fucked up as that sound, I had to. You know what I mean? So like, I'm looking at him. He finally see me like, Weezy, man. So now he thinking because he know I got that big ass bag in the cell. You know what I mean? So his mind raised. He's like, Weezy, hey, look. Man, I might be going to the hole. He's like, I go to the hole, bro. Goddamn, look, bro, I'm gonna write you and let you know what to do with that shit. You know what I mean? I'm gonna write you and let you know what to do with that shit. Goddamn, but look, these niggas bucking on me and shit, bro. I'm like, who? He like, the niggas, I'm petty as a bitch. I'm like, who? He like, man, them niggas from my hood, bro. Niggas goddamn came over here, goddamn bought $600 worth of food, bro. Goddamn bucked on the bread, bro. Goddamn niggas supposed to send me $400. Niggas buck on the bread. I gave them $400 I gave them $600 for $400. I was like, damn. I was like, that shit crazy as a bitch, bro. He was like, man, for real, Weezy, man, like, man, I'm about to, man, fuck that shit, bro. I'm gonna let you know what's good. And he dipped me back, start talking to old head again. Man, start talking to the old head again. Goddamn, man, old head went up the steps. Goddamn. That nigga Hustle came back down, man. I could see how he was thinking. I'm reading his brain. He's really thinking and contemplating what I'm gonna really do. He knows what he wanna do. He knows what he has to do. But at the same time, though, like, he in a predicament like, damn, I'm on Lawrenceville. Like, I'm gonna go all out for these cookies and cakes. But at the end of the day, this is what he do. You know what I mean? But I'm saying in my head, like, damn, bro, like, you gotta put them boxing skills. You got them skills gotta come up right now. So I really wanted to say, like, you don't need no weapon. That's what I really wanted to tell him. But like, I'm feeling like I'm to blame for this whole shit on the low, even though I'm not. But at the same time, like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he gonna crash, y'all. That's what it's looking like. So he come from downstairs with with the old dude. You know what I mean? Old dude take him behind the steps. You see, when he come from behind the steps, you see goddamn, and he Hustle goddamn. Face the shot. Like he put something in his pants and shit. I'm standing over there like, I know he ain't finna stab niggas over this shit on Lawrenceville. Like, I haven't seen no type of maniac shit yet. Like this on Lawrenceville. I'm like, come on, fuck. I'm like, damn, man. But there's nothing I can do, y'all. That's why I'm giving y'all this story. For y'all can beat me up in the comments. This was a story. It was nothing I can do about this whole situation, man. I couldn't throw my man under the bus, man. I couldn't do it, y'all. But Hustle was strapped up for the most part, man. He's ready for whatever's about to happen, y'all. Whatever's about to happen. So, boom! Exit for outside rack. Exit for outside rack. Exit for outside rack. We got the yard, the big yard. We going to the big yard. That's my word. We on the big yard. Goddamn Hustle, goddamn. Them niggas came outside too. Them niggas from the city, they came out too. Them niggas was outside, they strictly bucked on him. They told him straight up they were bucking on him. Told that nigga he was bucked on. Nigga, girl ain't answering the phone. Man, get the hell out of here. You know what that is. They basically telling Hustle he gonna buck on him, man. Hustle was doing so damn good. But it takes some niggas from your hood. It take niggas from your city. I was burnt by niggas from my city before too. Like, it happens. That shit fucked up. That shit make you look at people a lot different, man. I'm telling you, because when that shit happens, it hurts. I know when that shit happened to him on Sussex, he changed selling drugs because of that shit. You know what I mean? This man's selling cookies and cakes and chips and donuts and shit. And niggas is still on some bullshit. Y'all see what prison is? Prison is fucking fucked up, man. That's where all the haters is at, man. I'm letting you know now. That's where all the damn haters at. That's where all the niggas at that want to be in your position when you're doing good in penitentiary. That's where all of them at, man. So Hustle is out there. They out there, Hustle out there. You know what I mean? Them niggas walking laps. The niggas that bucked on them and shit, they walking laps. They like 3-4 deep walking laps. But all these people from the same damn city. They like 3-4 deep walking laps, y'all. They walking laps. You know what I mean? Goddamn. Like on their third lap, you see them stop. When they stopped, everybody that I was at, they kind of got closer because there's a few dudes, a lot of dudes basically in my part know what's going on. So everybody kind of like, you know what I mean, position themselves to see what was going on. So they over there talking. Man, they over there talking, man. This is my word, man. That nigga Hustle was just standing there. All you seen Hustle do this. That nigga was like, that shit was like a fast motion to y'all. He was like, and he's trying to swing this shit at the dude. And as soon as he tried to swing that shit at the dude, man, I never seen this shit like this, man. It was a dude that, because they all was like in a slight little circle. But you can see Hustle like in the middle of this circle. And it was the dudes from his city. Man, that nigga Hustle was just talking. The old dude standing right there on the fence. That's what Hustle. The old dude that be showing around the box. Man, that's my word. They were like, that nigga pulled the joint out. He tried to swing that bitch. Man, dude behind him did some old shit, like caught his wrist. Like, blocked the shit on some, like, from behind. So he was like, he couldn't swing. He turned around. As soon as he turned around, the dude from his way caught his ass. Bah! When he caught Hustle ass, the knife said, phew. The knife went over there. Goddamn, you see a nigga go grab that shit. Them niggas on Hustle ass. Ain't no guns on Lawrenceville. They banking the shit out of his ass right there. I'm looking at him like, oh my God. Man, it's 4-on-1. They beating Hustle ass over there. I'm like, God damn, man, what the fuck? They fucking him up. I look up, I see the old head like, he go for being the boxing coach to, hey, come on, y'all. What y'all doing? Nigga hit his ass. Old head said, come on, motherfucker. I was like, oh shit, old head gonna say that nigga. Old head squared up with a nigga. As soon as he squared with a nigga caught his ass from behind. Old head said, boosh. That nigga put old head ass to sleep. Man, old head was on the ground, knocked out. That nigga was done. That nigga was done. Them niggas kept beating Hustle ass. Police running. Goddamn, police finally see it. Police come. They hit the gate. Back up. They coming to me. Back the fuck up. Y'all get off. Niggas just backed up and dipped off the other. Niggas just started walking like, nah, y'all come back. More police come. Police is picking niggas out. They came in that bitch. Man, it's my word. They said, right over with. All the police came. The whole compound of police came over that damn yard. They standing at the gate. We had to come out that bitch one by one. Niggas looking. All right, go back to the building. All right, go back to the building. Nah, you stay right here. They caught one of them niggas. They caught all them niggas. They caught every last one of them niggas in 31 Pod, man. That shit was crazy. Man, they banked niggas was hating on Hustle that much. But y'all can see something as small as cookies and cakes will have a nigga jumping out there, man. Like, the man ain't want to do nothing but hustle. That's all he want to do is hustle, man. And niggas was hating on him to that degree that they bucked on that nigga for $600 worth of commissary, y'all. But I know what y'all gonna say. Weezy should have told him. And for real, I could have stopped all of that by telling him. But I'd have been throwing my man under the bus. You feel me? I'd have been throwing my man under the bus, man. They fuck Hustle up. Man, they fuck Hustle up, man. I got that big ass bag of commissary in the cell. They locked all them niggas up. I got that big ass bag of commissary in the cell. I'm just waiting for him to send me a kite saying, goddamn, like, yo, Weezy, look, da-da-da-da, because I was going to be honorable about that. I ain't gonna lie. That's my word on everything, y'all. Like, I ain't want all that dumbass shit, but it's a bunch of shit, though. I ain't gonna lie. So, like, I'm just waiting for him. After a week, go by, no kite. After 2 weeks, no kite. After 3 weeks, no kite. After 4 weeks, I made a meal. I said, man, fuck that. God damn it. Nigga like, yo, I'm doing the same thing Hustle doing to that bitch. Hey, you trying to cook, bro? Here. Cook, my nigga. Damn it, I got all the sausages, pause. I got all them shits. He never wrote me a kite. Like a month and a half go by, niggas like, yo, Hustle got transferred. He said, nigga that was back there in the hole with him, he said he ain't want to come back out. Hustle said he was taking his talents to South Beach, man. I guess he went somewhere else. I don't know where he went at, but he was out of there. But I ended up with the big ass bag, y'all. I win again. Some stories I win slightly. Even when I lose, I felt like I lost because all this was my fault. But at the end of the day, what y'all want me to do, y'all? My hands was tied. Don't kill me for it, man. But that's the end of the damn story. Y'all already know what it is, man. I appreciate y'all for watching as always, man. But I definitely need y'all to stay out the way. We're going to stay out the way. Y'all already know what it is. We're going to stay out the way because it's the best thing to do. It's the best decision. It's the new wave. It's the key to life. That's the way to live, man. Regular dudes gonna run the damn world, man. If you're a criminal, you're in the damn way. I'm letting you know now. I was a criminal that turned my life around to a regular dude, and I love it. I wish I knew this back then when I was young. I wish I knew all this information then that I know now. But this is where we are today, man. The person I am today. And I love being regular. And I want y'all to be regular, man. When you stand out the way you regular, you're not worrying about people judging you. You're not worrying about keeping up with the Joneses. You're just worrying about doing you in your own bubble and chasing your own motion. That's all you doing when you regular, man. It's a great life. And I want y'all over here, man. Period, man. But y'all already know what it is, man. It's the weekend banger game. Y'all already know what I need y'all to do with this one right here, y'all. Like, share, subscribe this one. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's go. But y'all be safe this weekend, man. Real talk, man. I love y'all. Stay your ass out the way.
Get your money, don't care who judge. Stay out the way, surround yourself with nothing but love. Stay out the way, if you a gangster, killer or thug. Stay out the way, put your faith in the man above. Stay out the way, chill with your family, siblings killers and blood. Stay out the way. Kick it with your girl, forget hit in the club. Stay out the way. Mind on your money, ain't no switching it up. Stay out the way. Stand out the way. What you thought that it was. Stay out the way. If you stuck down on your luck, not feeling righteous, did a petty crime, just looking for some excitement. Now your name on affidavits and court indictments, get paid for a lot, but your freedom is priceless. You did the crime,